Okay, guys, if you need anything else, just let me know.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yep.
Hey, you look great, honey.
You do, and we missed you.
I know, I've missed you guys too. I'm sorry, I've just been like so busy with work and everything. And,
We know that.
and I've kind of been going through some things too. That's why I asked you both here tonight. It's kind of awkward to talk about with your parents, so just give me a
You know anything about this?
I feel like I keep putting myself in this continuous cycle and it just needs to stop. So that's why I've decided to go on an intimacy fast.
What is that?
Intimacy. So, like, taking a break from.
Yeah, I mean stopping like altogether. Cold turkey,
wait a minute.
not
Time
doing
out.
it.
What do you mean stopping? When did you start?
Like prom a couple years ago? That's besides the point. The bottom line is, I feel like I'm being used by these guys.
Oh my gosh.
Honey, did you say guys with an S?
Yeah?
Honey, listen, we need to be cool right now.
Oh, I'm
okay? Our
cool.
daughter's trying to talk to us.
Oh, I understand that. I just want to make sure that she meant to make it plural, honey. I mean, there's a big difference between guys and guys.
Okay, Dad, you know I talk to guys and hang out with them on a regular basis.
Here we go with the guys thing again. Whatever happened to, what's his name? Pete. That's it. Whatever happened to
Are
Pete?
you serious?
Yeah,
You
I like
hated
Pete.
Why are
No,
you
no,
even
that's
bringing
not
him
true.
up right now? You hated him.
Lily, it's obvious your dad is just having a hard time adjusting to you as, you know, a grown woman.
Thank you. I am grown.
Grown.
She's still on our car insurance.
Really? You're gonna hold that against me?
Hey, you're in good hands, honey.
You offered that, and it was your idea.
And prom was your mom's idea.
Hey,
Oh my gosh.
Lily, when you say intimacy, I am gonna have to ask what you mean by that. I mean, is it a little? Is it a lot?
I mean, it's just one after the other, and I feel like I can't catch a break. Dad, what's up? I mean, do you think this is a good idea? What are you thinking?
What am I thinking? Hey, is this a good idea? What are you thinking, honey? I mean, seriously, guys with an S, you can't catch a break? I mean, are you even using protection?
Protection?
Yeah.
Yes,
Why
it's
would I need
important.
protection? What are you talking about? Like a
taught you
taser?
better.
I thought you
Pepper
did.
spray?
No.
Talk to her,
How about
talk to
trying
her.
a raincoat?
A
You know what I mean?
raincoat?
Yeah,
Why
a
would I
raincoat.
need a rain?
Seriously?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Do you guys think that I'm talking about sex?
Yes.
Oh my God.
What is it, Lily?
Dad,
What is it?
that's
What?
Not. Hi.
Sir, I'm gonna need you to keep it down. Just a touch.
Do you enjoy breathing, son?
Honey,
Yes, sir.
Oh my gosh.
it might be time to leave.
Oh my gosh.
Give him a second.
No.
Give him a second.
He's
sorry.
a guy.
Okay, and your father and I, we
No,
put
no,
two
no,
and two
no.
together.
And
No.
you said these guys with an S can't catch a break. I mean, what else could it be, Lily?
Oh my gosh, that's not what I'm talking about.
What do you
at
mean?
all.
Not sex?
No. I'm talking about taking a break from dating, not
Oh.
Wait a minute. So you are not being physically intimate with young men your age?
sex. Okay, the way you worded that was really weird.
really weird.
No, I am not having sex with people. You could have just said that.
Oh. Well, in that case, let's get that nice waiter back over here. Excuse me, everyone. Drinks are on me.
Lily, what is the real reason that you decided to go on this intimacy fast?
Honestly, it's a God thing. I mean, I feel like if I can trust him with my soul, why can't I trust him with my heart?
I can't tell you how proud of you
We're so proud.
your mom and I are.
We're so proud. I mean, just look at you. You're glowing.
Why would you say that? She's not glowing.
Well, not in
She's
that
beautiful.
way. You know what? I really think your dad and I should go on an intimacy fast.
You should.
Don't you think?
Mind your business. No, ma'am. You've had enough. I'm getting the check.
She's
Stay.
fine.
No, ma'am.
Well, Ashley Key, CBN's very own social media marketing producer and now filmmaker, is here. And welcome to Interactive.
Thank you so much, Gordon.
Good to have you.
I am happy to be here.
All right, let's get the backstory on this because I think viewers need to know
Yes.
that skit actually came out of a conversation that you and I had.
That's right. Yeah.
And I'm, if you want, I'm the dad
yeah.
because it was an awkward moment for me.
It was. Yeah. And I had to, I expressed to you that I was going on a year-long intimacy fast, and you kind of paused. I do remember correctly. And you were
I paused a couple of times. I actually wanted the Human Resources Department with me in that moment.
Yes, yeah, I believe you have said that, yeah. But
So-
I then had to explain to you.
And I kept saying, you really mean dating?
Yes. And then
And you came back equally, no, I mean intimacy.
That's right. Yes, it was a dating fast, but I called it an intimacy fast because you can still be intimate with people without getting physical. So, but yes, it was a year-long
Yeah, because you're
dating.
giving your heart.
Exactly, yeah. So,
You're giving your heart into a relationship,
yeah.
whether you realize it or not, and if it's not going to advance, then
Yeah.
are you going to leave a portion of your heart behind
Yeah.
if things don't go well?
exactly.
Your inspiration for all of this was Mo Isom,
Yeah.
who
Yep.
was very specific in her life, saying
Yeah.
it's an intimacy fast. I am going to not just not date, but there's going to be no flirtation.
Yeah.
There's going to be no.
Yep.
I'm dating my creator for a year.
Yes, exactly. So I had read her book, her first book called Wreck My Life, and she, her testimony just resonated with me because I also struggled with promiscuity and being part of the hookup culture. But for me, I had decided years before going on the intimacy fast to start being abstinent. And so moving forward, but I was still, even though I was being abstinent, I was still in this cycle of just dating to date. There was really I was very passive about it because I was just so focused on trying to find a husband. Like my life won't start until that happens. Coming from a family where my parents found each other in high school, my sister and her husband found each other in high school. When that didn't happen for me, I was like, okay, what's going on here? So fast forward.
Did you feel left out? Or that you hadn't achieved?
Yeah, I would say so. And I think a lot of people who are single in today's culture feel that way.
As a dad, I've got to ask the question, what is it about the hookup culture that is attractive?
I think it comes from insecurity. I think it comes from a lack of confidence and a lack of understanding of how much you're already loved and how much life you have right now. And this, whether you're single or not, God says that he's going to give us a rich and a satisfying life. And I feel like a lot of people, including myself at that time, was like, I'm just living life until I find a spouse. And so when that wasn't happening, when, every guy that I would date, it wouldn't work out, I would feel hopeless. I would feel like, man, another one, like, what's up, God? And so, after reading Mo Isom's book, Wreck My Life, and she went on a year-long intimacy fast, she had a cute name for it called Kissless Till Next Christmas. I didn't have a cute name, so I just called it an intimacy fast.
It didn't start in Christmas.
No, it didn't. It didn't. So, yeah, I just felt the Lord really compel me to do the same. And she told me, it was about 2 years, and she found her husband. And so, and I do believe us having a conversation, you were like, make sure you don't have that expectation on you that just because you're taking this, you're going to find a husband.
You did, didn't you?
I did. A little bit. A little bit. A little bit.
Is it sort of, I'm going to earn brownie points with God, and I'm going to do this, which is really hard to do.
Yeah.
And then at the end of that, I'm going to be rewarded with the one.
Yeah. I think going into it, I was just excited for the outcome, whatever it was going to be. And I did have a little bit of an expectation that, okay, once I do this 1 year thing, the guy's going to come into my life. Well, it's been months since then, and I am still single, which I'm proud to say. What I learned most in that year, though, was just being at peace.
Are you okay if you're single the rest of your life?
I am. I think it's something we all have to work through.
Are the people around you okay with that? Particularly in the Christian world, it's almost like if you're single in the Christian world, that somehow, okay, we've got to do something.
Yeah.
People say, well, we have to do something for you.
I think the church is coming a long way, but I guess it doesn't really matter what other people think. As long as I'm good, as long as I know that Christ is enough, we're good to go.
Well, you're the fastest growing demographic in our culture right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's good or bad, but it just is.
Yeah.
And I think it's okay to be okay with that.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people are watching now who are part of the hookup culture.
Yeah.
Let's not kid ourselves. Whether you're in church or outside of church, it seems to be prevalent.
Yeah.
What would you tell them?
Man, oh man, I just hope that they would realize it's not too late. You are never too far gone to make a decision to do things God's way. I look back where I was years ago and where I am today, and it's only the grace of God that brought me through. So I would just encourage them to stop listening to what the world says is okay, because I listened, I was there, and it didn't bring me anything good in my life. If anything, it brought me heartbreak, it brought me disappointment, it brought me more insecurity about myself. So my encouragement to them is just to really unhook themselves from the world and really hook themselves to God and what He says about us and what He says, is a healthy way to do relationships, a healthy way to overcome sexual temptation. Because it's hard. It's hard in our culture today.
It seems like our culture's given over to it.
Absolutely, yeah.
You look at the rise of pornography. I actually blame the rise of pornography for the lack of marriage, that it's become meaningless. Is it okay if I quote the Bible?
Absolutely. Please do.
All right. Guard your heart,
Yeah.
for it is the fountain of your life. We don't realize getting into casual relationships that we're actually giving a piece of our heart. And it's not a one-time thing.
Yeah.
It's not a one-time, it's not a one-night stand. It lingers. And when you give that piece of you, you give that heart, you don't get it back.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can get restored.
That's right.
And God can do that for you. But
Yeah.
you do get to the point where I wish I hadn't.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
Been through that.
if someone wants to get involved in the intimacy fast and join with you in this, what do they need to do?
I mean, all they have to do is go to cbn.com/unhooked to just take our intimacy fast. And, I would just encourage them to also go to cbn.com/unhooked for the 40-day devotional, where you'll find answers to sex and dating and more, with exclusive content from modern Christian voices like Mo Isom Aiken. We were able to get her here, and Alec Bevere, Jamal Miller, Arlene Spenceley. But also you can get it by calling 1-800-700-7000 and just ask for the free Unhooked devotional. And we also invite everyone to watch our 1-hour special called Unhooked, Holy in a Hookup World panel discussion with those people I just mentioned. It's airing on Valentine's Day on our CBN News channel. So to find out more, just go to cbnnewschannel.com.
Yeah, and I'll add to it, we're going to have all this week on 700 Club Interactive right here on this program, interviews with Ashley and our panelists from that special. You can see the full special on Valentine's Day. We're trying to celebrate Valentine's with, well, what's a Christian approach to this holiday. And lots of single advice and marriage advice from this panel. It's a wonderful program, and Ashley's wonderful too.